Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barbalet. Today I was listening to, what's it called? Security Unclassified or something like that. It's the New Jersey Homeland Security Field Office podcast, which gets into Homeland Security Field Office politics and also talks about a variety of other stuff that occurs in this particular office of the Department of Homeland Security. Anyway, they were talking with a fellow whose role is protecting schools in New Hampshire. And he has this thing, which apparently is a real Homeland Security protocol, called if you see something, say something. And if you see something, say something is a means for Homeland Security to gather information, but because Homeland Security is funded up the wazoo, and it's funded up the wazoo primarily because they push like the actual information gathering onto law enforcement, that if you see something, say something is run through local 911. It's the 911 service that folks call for emergencies in the US. Now, this is all very interesting until you realize that in San Jose, if you call 911, you're not really going to be getting the same kind of, interested party, for want of a better term, than if you call 911 on the East Coast or in New Jersey, for example. Because if you call 911 here, you need to actually make the point to the 911 operator that you think that this might be a serious crime. Now, folks may remember the case of the auto rack that was unloaded, not in front of my house, but just a little bit down the road from my house, and the fact that I had interesting interaction with the 911 operator, trying to explain to the operator that the fact that they were using surgical gloves and a variety of other factors made me think that there was something slightly nefarious about how, 5-10 dudes turned up and they were able to take all the cars off this truck and then the truck drove off. Meanwhile, they were using surgical gloves to get all the paperwork and internal stuff out of the truck. All very, very curious. So I thought to myself, federal Homeland Security business, if you see something, say something. This is associated with, obviously, the war on terror, or the war on terror, as some people like to refer to it. And if you think of it in this light, the residents of San Jose are prime candidates, sitting ducks, in fact, for a terrorist attack, based on the fact that we have no meaningful 911 service, and we have no meaningful police service behind that as well. And the $3 billion, which can't be spent towards policing, all the kind of nonsense, all the bureaucratic mumbo-jumbo that they say makes absolutely no sense to any rational human being. All that kind of stuff erodes not just basic services, but also federal services that are designed for, neighbours to squeal on other neighbours, various miscreant students to create. I kind of reflect that if I was going to school in this time, I would construct elaborate terror plots. Maybe I wouldn't personally, but I'd advise others to do that, to create elaborate terror plots that could be fed to the federal government through this kind of program, with the view that, as with all police states, as with all kind of Gestapo-run enterprises, the use of it for retribution, that's why it's there, right? It's to be used as retribution against the people that you dislike. Here, temporarily Muslims, but realistically, every possible teacher out there is a potential candidate for this kind of stuff. And, no doubt the hippie teachers are going to be singled out first, but the whole principle of having school students collecting information that they're feeding to the federal government, that just seems ripe for exploitation right there. But not in San Jose, because 911, they don't believe you anyway. You got to, explain things, probably even, video conference them and draw diagrams. It's not going to be getting through to Homeland Security easily if it happens in San Jose. So, that's my thought associated with if you see something, say something. Tom Barbalet in San Jose, signing out.